Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I'm going to talk about The Mandalorian Chapter 8, Redemption. And this is the final episode of the first season of The Mandalorian. It was directed by Taika Waititi, and you can really tell because I thought the direction is really great. It is also kind of the episode of wrapping everything up, all the big anticipated things, understanding why the IG robot was on all the posters, having everyone come together and fight the Empire. It's a fun, awesome episode, but it's to be said, there's a difference between someone directing that well with Taika Waititi in this, or like what J.J. Abrams recently did. And so I think you can kind of really get a real sense to what good direction does for a Star Wars thing. And this had like really fun moments, excitement. You had the IG robot, I think, kind of almost stole the show, which is also voiced by Taika Waititi. But he's good at playing comedy as well as playing with drama, which we saw in Jojo Rabbit and his other films. Especially in this, I could see that very well. You also get some real good comedic moments. There's a part in the beginning where you have two stormtroopers talking back and forth. Those are actually voiced by Jason Sudeikis, formerly of SNL, and Adam Pally, who's on Happy Endings, which is a great sitcom. You kind of almost can't really hear it's them. I actually watched this episode a second time because it's been so long since I watched it to do this review, and I knew it was them the second time. I didn't know. I just thought it was a funny bit the first time. You really can't hear them as well through the stormtrooper kind of voice thing, but it's there, and I like that Taika Waititi and Jon Favreau did that. It seems like Jon Favreau likes to cast comedians in these, which really works for Star Wars. I'm surprised no one did this before, but they really know how to even cast the minor roles in this so well. And a lot of people have said, is this a reference to Troops, the Cops parody Star Wars fan film that's pretty famous? I don't know if it really was, but you kind of get that vibe. I haven't seen that since I watched it at a convention in the 90s or something, so it kind of makes me want to revisit that. All the action was, frankly, really great. I liked Carl Weathers even had a great moment where he was like, have the baby do the hand thing. Come on, baby, do the hand thing. That was really funny. But it was like at the right moment, too. It felt like all the comedy and the action was evenly dispersed and well done so that you kind of get a good sense of it. It never felt like it was too much one way or the other. I liked Moff Gideon, played by Giancarlo Esposito. I know him both from Homicide: Life on the Street, Obscurity, and also from Breaking Bad. He's playing very much a Breaking Bad type of villain, but he's really great at it. The reveal at the end with the Darksaber was really cool. It makes me hyped for season 2, which I think this does a really good job of wrapping up season 1, but not wrapping up everything entirely, and getting the idea that Baby Yoda, even though that's apparently not its name, maybe the Foundling is what we're supposed to call it, but whatever, he's Baby Yoda to me, and Mando, which we do find out that basically people call every Mandalorian Mando. It's kind of just a thing they call them, because the Stormtroopers referred to the Mandalorian in the armory as Mando, so it's like, I guess everyone just calls him that. And we actually see that Pedro Pascal is underneath the mask. Some people thought, oh, maybe it'll be all scarred and different, or be an alien, or just something weird, I don't know, even though we had flashbacks, so I guess we sort of knew it would be sort of like him, but it was just sort of him, which is cool. I'm assuming he wore the suit in this episode, but I'm not sure. I really like this episode. It's a fun episode to rewatch. I still get into it very much. I think it plays into kind of, it is very much like a Western, like even how they shoot and attack and everything like that, but it still feels very much Star Wars-y and the Star Wars interpretation of that. And one of the things I like about this episode is it not only recalls the past of Star Wars, but the influences of it. It sort of reminds me of what the show did so perfectly altogether, which was be a simple kind of Western show, like a Gunsmoke or a Bonanza, but through a Star Wars ilk. And this felt like kind of the season finale if you were going to do one of those now. I don't think season finales meant as much then, but I haven't watched Gunsmoke in a while. But I liked everyone getting together. Gina Carano not getting to do enough, frankly, in this one, but everyone like who you'd met. You know, I think this show is more representative of the kind of story of the week episodes than it is of this kind of having the overarching story. But to be perfectly honest, it does both very well. These past 2 episodes that lead into each other, I thought did an amazing job at that. So I really love The Mandalorian. I thought it was probably, maybe, I don't know, I'd probably put this second to everything that's happened since Disney acquired Star Wars. And I'd probably put it in, next to the original trilogy and Last Jedi, and even Force Awakens. I'd probably put it right around there. I might like it more than Force Awakens. I definitely thought about it more than Force Awakens, and think it's better written and plotted out and everything. This is, everyone's talking about how they don't plan out Star Wars things, but this felt planned out. It felt like one of the expanded universe novels that I used to love as a kid, but it also felt like something new and different and what I wanted Star Wars to be. But at the same time, it very much didn't feel like it was, it felt like it was made for fans, but it felt like it also wanted to challenge fans as well, and it rode that line so impeccably well. I really love this show. If you, for some reason, I've been watching all these and haven't watched it, that's a damn shame, but try to get people into it, because I think as much as, we might feel a little defeated after The Rise of Skywalker, I feel like I feel like as getting through this whole thing, like, so much of this excites my imagination. I want to rewatch the show, frankly, and I don't really want to do that with Rise of Skywalker. This kind of showed me the possibilities and the excitement that Star Wars has always had for me as a kid, and that was just exciting to watch through these 8 episodes. And I think episode 8 almost kind of defines that better than almost any episode of all the possibilities that this show did and that Star Wars has as a whole. So if you have seen The Mandalorian episode 8 and you would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments and subscribe if you would like to. This was a little different. This was not part of a stream at all. I had too much going on in the stream that this would have gone in, and I didn't get to do this as quickly as I wanted to, so apologies for that, but I shot it with my stream camera, so it sort of fits in with the thing. Although it's daytime, it looks pretty good daytime, to be honest with you, better than it used to. But regardless, yes, sorry about the delay, but hey, I reviewed every episode of The Mandalorian, and yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching these episode reviews, and have a good day.